Hello, thank you for tuning in. It's time for Heather and Kim's Culture and Coach Leadership Perspective. Hello, Heather.
Hi, Dr. Kim. How are you?
Doing well. Can you believe it's March?
I cannot believe it is March. March 1st. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
This is the 9th week of 2021, and we are excited because we are bringing you another Culture and Coach Leadership Perspective. And our purpose in our blog, podcast, whatever it is to give leaders new information or add to their existing tool belt so that you can clip new knowing into that tool belt. I'm really excited about what we are covering today. It is the blog from the Leadership Freak called Overcome Resistance to Change, Magnets or Bowling Balls. And you can see from this quote that it just makes you instantly want to read. Magnets are better than bowling balls when it comes to inspiring change. Heather,
Yes,
what did you have to lift up?
this hit me square in the eyes, Kim. I think as soon as I saw this, I said, we have to do this one because when you think about making systemic change, if you don't do it through that tunnel of your values and your culture, you are creating short change or complete resistance to change. Being that bowling ball does not pave a clear way for change. How do you lift up those cultural values, those organizational values to be a magnet for why the change is necessary? I love so much in the article it lifted up that sometimes we think too much about the what behind the change instead of the how. And the how is really what systems are we putting in place? Do people understand the why? And I love it, Kim. They said that a failure to anchor change in culture is one that's going to surely set it up to not be one that is successful.
Oh my
And
goodness.
other piece, Kim, that's so exciting about this is this connects directly to what you and I talked about last week, that when we're creating change, we have the opportunity to create toxic positivity if we aren't careful. That if we create uninformed optimism, it's going to be fine. Don't worry, it's fine. This change is going to be helpful. That actually we are creating spaces for distrust, Kim.
Oh my gosh. You know, what you just said made me think about the graphic that both of us usually reference for our leadership trainings, the model of complex change. And when vision is absent, that usually leads to confusion. So it's very interesting that two of these 8 reasons that transformation efforts fail connect directly to vision or lack thereof.
Absolutely, Kim. And also that people feel disrespected until they feel understood. So we have to make space for people to be able to share their concerns during times of change.
Well, thank you so much. I wanted to make a connection to leaders that are operating in a coach mindset where they're sitting perhaps with someone that they're pre- prepared to talk with about change or about their resistance. You know, that space that we have to be able to help people think and learn and create. And what really stuck with me about these resistance to change is that we have to be sure that we are listening. And that's always, I think I say it every week. We have to listen to seek to understand, but also we have to be able to talk less and make sure that we're not using that time as listening as time to put more buy-in or try to seek more buy-in for the idea or whatever it is. Because if there is something that's happening that is causing someone to be resistant, the one thing that we need to make sure of is that as a listener, as a leader, their resistance means they are allegiant to something else. So it would be really helpful, as it says here, be curious. Find out why. Don't assume you know why. So we have to be curious and use our questions to drive through the conversation, because as we find out what it is that they are allegiant to, we might be able to find out their values. We might be able to find out things that they care about, and then begin to understand this person's perspective.
Absolutely. And I love they lifted up the quote from Peter Senge in this article that people don't resist change, they resist being changed. And so often we focus on everything that's going to be different in the midst of change that people do walk away feeling like, well, they want me to become someone different. So I love that notion that when we're listening, Kim, helping others recognize what does remain the same during change sometimes can help to diminish that resistance. But first, we have to listen to be able to identify that.
Yes, and we have to make sure that if we are talking with someone, that we don't leave them feeling more anxious than when they came to us. So we have to remember David Rock's SCARF model, and we have to make sure that we are helping people to feel safe, that we are embedding either a level of relatedness or where can we put autonomy into the process. So what is it that we can do to help bring the brain at rest so that they will feel more comfortable and they will want to, as they say, stay and play. So guys, you got to go out and read this great blog from Leadership Freak. It really brought some great insights to us, and we're going to clip that new knowing to our tool belt. Until next time, thank you.
Take care, guys.